Hey, how's it going, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Want to go over some interesting information regarding the Steam library update, which at this point, most of you guys have able to finagle your way around it. You have had time to assess it. Probably most of you guys have formulated an opinion of what you guys think. I think a lot of people were hesitant about moving to a new library style of platform, given that Steam had the similar presentation for so long. And anytime something changes a little bit, yes, it's a little bit worrying, but I myself have really enjoyed the library update. And here's a very interesting statistic. Steam games have gotten 300% more user reviews after the library update, meaning that in my opinion, gamers have just become more invested into the community side of Steam games instead of just using Steam as a platform to acquire their games and move on right away. We'll go over the article by PC Games and where they have the rundown, but we'll talk about that. Also, Black Mesa is coming very soon. They have put out a very in-depth blog post over on the Steam community page. I'm not going to read the entire thing, but we will talk a little bit about that. And Grand Theft Auto 4's PC comeback on Steam has gotten yet another update. A minor update, but nonetheless something to talk about at the end of this video. Alright, first up, Steam games got 300% more user reviews after the library update. Steam's big library update has been with us for some time now, so we've all had a chance to get comfortable with the revamped interface and new features. One of the changes you've probably noted is that Steam now asks you if you'd like to review a game you've spent a substantial amount of time in. That small change has actually caused a big change in terms of people actually reviewing games. I guess people do need that push that as long as Steam just asks you to review a game, a lot of people will review it. And if they're asking you only to review games that you spent substantial amount of time into, that's more likely than, hey, some app telling you after you used it for 2 minutes, do you want to review the app? You're more likely to review a Steam game that you invested money into, you invested a lot of time into, review that instead of, say, an app on a mobile device or whatever the case may be. But again, that small change has tripled the amount of user reviews Steam gets every day, which is a significant change. I think people undervalue the importance of Steam reviews. Yes, a lot of them are just meme reviews. However, some of those Steam reviews are super insightful, and I think from a developer standpoint, they appreciate when people do go super in-depth on their reviews, and they do appreciate when they have a lot of reviews on their games, because that just gives other potential buyers a way to ascertain whether or not they're gonna like the game. And I think the developers themselves want something like that. Yes, the developer can write in the description box all these fluff words, all these words to sell you on the game, but obviously they're coming from the point of view of trying to sell you a game. A reviewer, hopefully they're gonna come at it as objective as possible, and a lot of the times the reviewers are coming from the mindset that, hey, I didn't like this game, so let me show them what I think. That's what a lot of the times what you'll see. I feel like, and this is just an observation, I don't know how likely it is, but a lot of the times, personally, I'll notice that people will leave reviews when they're more upset about a certain product than if they're actually satisfied by a product, because if you're satisfied, hey, I'm satisfied, let me just keep using my product, I don't need to write a review. But if you're dissatisfied, you're like, man, I'll show them, let me write this review and tell them how I really think. And maybe me coming across that condescending isn't fair, because sometimes that is completely called for. However, other times I do think, you know, sometimes it's user error or whatever the case may be. But the way that Steam implements it, they are recommending you to review a game once you've spent a substantial amount of time into it. So are you going to be spending a substantial amount of time into games that you hate? Maybe some people do. You'd be surprised with gamers. Some gamers are just masochists, but whatever the case may be, I think more often than not, if you are investing a significant amount of time into a game, it's probably a game that you enjoy. The updated library also introduced some new ways to prompt the user to review or re-review a game that they have been playing based on a certain criteria. Valve says in Developer Focus blog, which substantially increased the number of reviews written. We previously saw around 17,000 new reviews posted per day across all games, but since the library update, we now see 70,000 reviews per day for an increase of over 300%. That is a significant increase, and 70,000 reviews coming in every day. I mean, I imagine that a certain percentage of them are the meme reviews that don't really matter that much, but hey, if it's a meme review and it is a positive review from a developer standpoint, that's still a positive review, and it contributes towards a game being overwhelmingly positive received. And I think that is the ideal world in which every developer wants to be in, because I guarantee you there is a perception change, and maybe it's something that's more on a subconscious level when it comes to game buyers on Steam. But once you see a game tagged with that overwhelmingly positive review stamp, maybe it's not a clear indicator on, oh, let me go buy this game right now, but it definitely is a clear indicator, okay, people like this game, let me look into this game a little bit more. And if you can offer the opportunity to just have the developer showcase you more gameplay, showcase you more information about the game, potentially leading you to buying the game, I think that more so than anything is just what the developer wants an opportunity at, because with 5 billion games being released on Steam every year, and yes, that is a little bit hyperbolic, but you guys get the idea, the time that each gamer is going to spend looking into each specific game, that is going to be limited. And if a game isn't received at overwhelmingly positive, I'm not going to say that a gamer is just going to swipe completely by it, but if it's a lower key title that it's not in the news cycle that much, they might just swipe by it a little bit. It doesn't go for just overwhelmingly positive. If you hover over to a very positive and it's north of 90%, that's a very good sign as well. People are more likely to look into games like that. Now, I don't have any, concrete evidence regarding that, but I just feel like that's a natural occurrence. Definitely is the case with me. Definitely is the case with my friends that buy games on Steam as well. I just think that's a natural thing to happen. And if we do have more reviews being posted, I think that's going to benefit everyone. Not only the developers that are putting out the games, but also from a consumer standpoint, because now you have more reviews to read outside of the meme reviews. And hey, the meme reviews, you might get a chuckle out of whatever, but you have more reviews that you can read. You can ascertain whether or not you're actually going to enjoy a game, and then you can make your purchase on that behalf. And, buying games on Steam, there isn't even that risk anymore because of Steam refunds being a thing, but nonetheless, just investing your time, investing the time to download a game, if we could cut off as much time wasted as possible, that means you have more time to actually look into games, you have more time to research games, and you have more time to play games instead of just looking up games that you would buy. I think Steam's been doing a lot of things right, also recommending you games that they think you would enjoy, recommending you games to play next. I think Steam realizes that, yes, this is somewhat of a first world problem. It's obviously not a problem that's gonna make or break Steam, but to keep players more invested into Steam as a platform, spending more money, I do think a lot of the things that they're doing right now are very, very positive, so good to see this being a positive sign as well. Alright, so enough about that. Moving on from that, Black Mesa will be coming very soon. The Black Mesa team just posted an in-depth Steam blog post noting that the game will be out on March 5th on Steam. Black Mesa 1.0 will launch Thursday, March 5th on Steam, coming from the Black Mesa team. Obviously, the game has been in early access for a very, very long time, and hey, look at the Black Mesa page. That's a game, 24,715 Steam user reviews, 95% of those reviews are positive. Now, Black Mesa is probably not a game that you gotta sell to a lot of people, but still, it's a game that I think a lot of people have interest in, and come the time for this game to come out of early access, and it being posted in the new release section on Steam, and people just click on it and see, hey, 24,000 reviews, probably by the time it comes out, 25,000 reviews, overwhelmingly positive, 95% positive, $19.99 price point, let me buy that right away. I guarantee you that is gonna have a little bit of a factor. Even if it's not the only factor, it does have a little bit of influence. But nonetheless, I do want to read a portion of their blog post noting, Black Mesa is a video game. It is our video game, and it has its strengths, it has its flaws. As Leonardo da Vinci once said, art is never finished, only abandoned, and while we plan to fully support this game after 1.0 with bug fixes and more, it will never be a perfect game. This is not to downplay or make excuses, but as the person who drafts most of these media posts, I think it is important to break away from the marketing and the hype. Before Astroneer launched, they made a blog post about managing expectations for their game, and it really resonated with me and inspired me to someday write a post like this one. We are super excited to have Black Mesa be complete, but acknowledge it is not a perfect and won't ever be perfect. I hope that everyone has something that inspires them as much as Half-Life inspired us. I hope that everyone embraces the setbacks and challenges that come, and I hope no one fears the long road in front of them. Black Mesa 1.0 will launch Thursday, March 5th on Steam. So that is actually my first time reading that excerpt of this blog post, and that is actually very, very moving. A very drastic shift on how game marketing is typically done, but really cool to see that out of a game like Black Mesa, which did originate as a little bit of a passion project, but at this point, it is a game that's going to be generating revenue, and for them to just come out and saying, hey, the game's not perfect, it'll never be perfect, but we hope you enjoy it anyway. And think about this, they're saying this about a game that was overwhelmingly positive received. No game is ever going to be perfect. There are going to be issues you can always point to here and there, but in the case of Black Mesa, it's going to be a damn good game come March 5th, Thursday, and I can't wait to check that out in its entirety. Unfortunately for me, I haven't been able to give Black Mesa enough time, not as much time as it deserves, but I'll definitely get around to that after it comes out of early access. Alright, and I lastly do want to know that Grand Theft Auto 4 is getting Steam achievement support with its return onto Steam. Obviously, the game was pulled, and then they removed a couple things. They removed multiplayer as well, so do bear that in mind. Multiplayer is going to be completely removed. But also, Grand Theft Auto 4 has built-in Steam achievements now, so that is an improvement that the game will be implementing along with its return to Steam on March 19th. So, with the removal, Games for Windows Live multiplayer mode and leaderboards are being removed, and a bunch of radio stations are being removed as well, so that's something to note. GTA 4 being available on Steam, I think, is really, really important. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of the game, it is an important game to have in on Steam, so definitely a good sign about that, and I just wanted to mention that real quickly. And that's going to conclude this video, guys. Again, Steam games got 300% more user reviews after the library update. I think that's a very positive sign for Steam as a whole. Black Mesa will be coming out Thursday, March 5th on Steam. That's Black Mesa 1.0, and GTA 4 has gotten Steam achievement support. That's going to conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.